Graydon House and HarlequinAudio present The Liz Taylor Ring, a novel by Brenda Janowitz, performed by Cassandra Campbell. A note before we begin. For a list of additional reading materials, an author's note, and more, don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider or go directly to www.harpercollins.com/audio/The Liz Taylor Ring. It's not the having, it's the getting. Elizabeth Taylor. Part 1. Color. 1. The Ring. The ring was back in play. No one had given the ring a thought for over 10 years. To each of the Schneider siblings, it was gone, baby, gone, like a dream you could barely remember upon waking. Addie was sure it had been stolen back in 2008. She was positive. She would swear on her children's lives even, if she did that sort of thing, which she did not. But she was sure. Nathan was convinced that Lizzie, her Alzheimer's rapidly progressing, placed it in Ritchie's casket when he died in 2015. And he was always right about everything. Just ask his husband. And Courtney? She knew for a fact the ring had been gambled away in the fall of 2006. Not like she had a gambling problem. Why, what did you hear? The ring. A D-color 11-carat Asher-cut diamond. Perfectly colorless, internally flawless. Gifted by Ritchie to Lizzie in 1992, after a 9-month separation, Courtney does not remember at all, but that Addie and Nathan remember as if it were yesterday. Lizzie and Ritchie's friends thought it was so romantic that he'd given her a huge engagement ring, even though they were technically only separated, still married for a short spell. But it was symbolic, this giving of the ring. And Lizzie thought it was funny that Ritchie had gifted her with such an enormous diamond, much like their Hollywood namesakes, Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, who also were married, then not married, then married again. Lizzie gave the ring a name. The Liz Taylor Ring. Addie, the pragmatist, thought her father bought her mother the ring for security, as a sort of insurance policy. If things ever got bad financially, they could always sell it. Nathan, the romantic, thought his father bought his mother the ring out of love, as a symbol that they would never separate again. After all, a diamond was forever. Courtney, the lost soul, thought her father, who she still mourned with the same ferocity as the day he died, even though he'd been gone for 7 years, won it at a poker game. He was unbeatable when he was on a streak, once upon a time. None of these stories are true. All of these stories are true. More than one thing can be true at once. 2. Lizzie, 1969. 16-year-old Lizzie Morgan was obsessed with Elizabeth Taylor. There was just something about her. It was the eyes, Lizzie thought. Like so many others before her, she'd been drawn in by those gorgeous eyes that glowed violet, rimmed with 2 sets of lashes, a genetic mutation that only made her more stunning, more extraordinary. Lizzie loved her for her beauty and talent. She loved her for the behind-the-scenes drama. Lizzie read everything she could about Elizabeth Taylor and the gossip magazines she collected. Lizzie's mother, Catherine, hated Elizabeth Taylor. Hated what she represented. Called her a harlot, having broken up the marriages of Eddie Fisher and Richard Burton alike. Found her over-the-top nomadic lifestyle.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?